6-1 on that he scores a try today. That's how much he has been in red-hot form this season.
Yeah, ridiculous, but we're underway here.
But it will be Leeds who get first touch of the ball. They have been terrific of late. They come here on the back of 5 successive victories. Last time they went 6 on the bounce. They got to a grand final back in 2022. So the size of the task for the Bradford Bulls today, absolutely immense. They've had some wonderful moments back in the Super League, the Bulls. This is the biggest test of the year so far.
Yeah, it certainly is. Cooper Jenkins, though, with that first carry, seemed to get through the first line of defence for the Bulls too easy. And they rolled up to halfway line. Lockie Miller, dangerous with ball in hand, breaks tackles.
Adding a bit of sparkle as well there. We're on to the final play. Bradford find themselves inside that Bradford, Leeds rather, inside that Bradford half. My goodness, Uribe Doro came through, and he and Jake Connor are still having a bit of tussle on the ground. They're up now and back at it, but my goodness, there's a bit of fire and fight already in this game.
Yeah, Uribe Doro there, just trying to leave his piece early on Jake Connor.
So Bradford get their first touch of the ball. Connor win, taking his team beyond the 20-metre mark, but already you can see that Leeds are aiming up, and whilst they made big yards with their set with ball in hand, Bradford are being restricted at the moment. Miller looking right, but caught in possession by 3 eager Rhinos defenders, and they've hit the last, still midway inside their own half. A little bit of a tangle of limbs, which means the referee says play that ball again. And it is, and the kick is from Atkin. And Ryan Hall, we've got one incredible try-scorer on one wing. We've got another generational talent on the other in Ryan Hall. Takes Leeds back down the other way. Just hammering it forward again. Jared Connor at a dummy half. Michael Siever's come looking for a bit of the work early. Those men in the middle will not be too pleased to see him. But they have dealt with him more than adequately. It's another set of 6, because all that was going on there in that tackle, Michael Siever just drawing out that.
Yeah, it's a few worrying signs there, Dave. It's only the second set with ball in hand for the Rhinos, but they're already winning that middle part.
Waletsky will give it up to O'Connor, and here's Palacier with a bit of a juggle. Connor now looking left for Hankinson, and Hankinson taking them ever closer. Very, very good position the Rhinos are in. Palacier, step away by Croft to try and keep it alive. McDonnell will pick it up. Here comes Lockie Miller, searching that inside track. Just about dealt with. Tackled by Atkin, pulled down. Was there a Bradford hand? Yes, there was. So when Palacier picks it up, you'll see the referee is saying there's another set of 6 still to come here. And Hankinson looking to settle things again.
And Joe Mellor's hand there on Brodie Croft is about to release it.
Back it comes for Jenkins, who's been in superb form of late. Has been starting off the bench of late as well, but a start right from the beginning here. Here's Waletsky. Chance for O'Connor just to have a little look around. Back it comes to Connor, who's a little over-elaborate with that. And Guy Armitage drops on that ball, and that's a big win for the Bradford defence.
Yeah, it sure is. They needed that. Under pressure there, a couple of back-to-back sets, but they managed to come up with the answers. Guy Armitage on that loose ball from Jake Connor.
As we said, they've won 5 on the trot 4 times now under Brad Arthur. Leeds have won 5 on the trot, but they've never gone one better than that. So opportunity today to just create another little stat, but an opportunity in reverse of that for Bradford to really dent that Leeds consistency. They'll be battling here today, no doubts about that. 1 play to go. One-handed pickup, and the kick, which will bounce nicely from Michael Siever. Just a little bit of a slip for him, but recovers his poise and goes barging in.
And just picks Andy Ackers out, tries to run over the top of him. Poor end to the set there from Bradford. Andy Ackers gets out at 9 and just decides to put that boot to ball, but he goes straight to Siever.
Bradford have stopped Michael Seaver from scoring once this season. Only Bradford and Hull have prevented Seaver from scoring. There's another set of 6 to be had here as well for Leeds. They're just really dominating the early possession. O'Connor out and searching.
It's just the way the forwards for Leeds are carrying at the moment. They're just losing that floor, having to give away 6 against.
Here's Miller looking left. Jake Connor up to the line. And an interception from Connor Wynn.
It's been an awful start from Connor. That's 2 loose passes now. That one was a gift for Connor Wynn. Armitage here.
Well, the longer Bradford resist in these early stages, the more their confidence grows. And here's Nicarima running out of dummy half. Under the pump at the moment, but if they keep denying at Leeds, then suddenly they have a sense of belief. Wonga Blake inside that Leeds half. Atkin collects. It's back now into the hands of Nicarima. There's a step forward by Poposhi. One last play in the set for the Bulls. Akers. It's Nicarima who just puts it up there, and it's tantalising, but I think it's too long. Yes, it is. It's gone out on the full, and Leeds get cheap possession back again here.
Yeah, another poor end to the set there. This time it's Nicarima. Kicks the ball out on the full. If Bradford are going to have any chance in this contest, they must finish the sets much better than that.
Just over a week ago, Bradford were losing 40 points to 10 at home to St Helens. It's been their away form that has been their undoing. They've not managed to win on all 8 of their travels so far this season. Today, of course, counts as travelling, albeit for both sides. Here's O'Connor. It's James McDonnell. Such an effective second-row player, isn't he, McDonnell? He's often under the radar, often not making the headlines, but he does a job week in, week out. Jenkins managed to get that offload away, but Bradford's defence recovers well. The Bulls under pressure again here. Miller. It's back to Connor. It's now with Handley, and Handley tries to slip one away, but he can't connect with Michael Seaver. It's just a bit of a frustrating afternoon, and Bradford are making it that way for Leeds.
It is. All three Leeds of errors have been down this left channel, that potent left edge. And you can see why. Handley skips up, he gets that ball away, and Seaver's a yard deeper. And he's in for the first score. But they'll keep coming.
Bradford keep digging, keep just putting in the push here, trying to get themselves away from this end of the field. There's not been a lot of the game so far played in the Leeds half of things. It's all been here. Bradford desperate to reverse that trend. There's Uribe Doro running into a brick wall of Leeds defenders, so not much give from his point of view. This is Nicarima, and it's been lost by Armitage. Collected here by Handley, and immediately bringing Miller into the equation, and Miller a little bit of a sparkle as well with his run. 6 to go from here. In by Alejski. O'Connor again. Jenkins right to Croft. McDonnell comes in on the angle, but Bradford's defence is tight. Working hard. O'Connor again, back to Palacia, who's just going straight forward, just hammering his way at that Leeds line. They're 5 away. And they move left again, almost with inevitability. Hankinson cutting back towards the middle. He's chopped down. Bradford really working hard here. It's with O'Connor again. There's a bit of a gap opened up. The kick is a good one, and Brodie Croft dashes into that. Wonderful play out of dummy half from Jared O'Connor. Defence rushing up too quickly, and the kick assist puts it on a plate for Brodie Croft.
It's a neat try for Brodie Croft. 17th this season, but it's the work again from Jared O'Connor. He scored a similar try a couple of weeks ago. Jared O'Connor putting it on a play for Brodie Croft, and the two combined once more inside the opening exchanges here at Magic Weekend. Jared O'Connor just sees the space. Brodie Croft pushing in support and collects it and gets the first try here. Brodie Croft is in season best form, isn't he? But that is a wonderful neat kick there from Jared O'Connor.
Yeah, for all that we've been waxing lyrical about Michael Seaver, and he deserves that lyrical waxing, then Brodie Croft is is not that far behind. Is that a celebration? Is that a celebration?
I don't know what that is.
Magic weekend, of course. The sponsors are donating money to the MND cause with every celebration, and I think we'll class that as one, because it is for a good cause.
Absolutely, yeah. The error from Guy Armitage, Micah Sevo in his eye-line just gives them the field position. And corner chance here.
His goal kicking has been pretty good, hasn't it, in the mid-80s, and adding to that to give Leeds the early lead by 6 points to 0.
Yeah, just that left edge just gets up. Chris Atkin, he presents a space in between him and Aribi Doro, a triangle shape. And O'Connor rolls it in, and
well, we've seen all kinds of wonderful celebrations, haven't we?
still can't work out what that is.
I'm not sure it was. But anyway, I think it was about 10 grand donated to the MND cause last year by the sponsors on the back of the celebrations, and they might even go above that.
That's the main thing.
Seen plenty of points so far, haven't we? In matches so far, plenty of tries, plenty of reason for players on lots of different sides to get the dance moves going, or one thing or another. 11 minutes played, Leeds dominating so far, and up on the scoreboard. Hankinson.
Hasn't he been good since switching into the back row 10 games ago?
Work back towards the middle, just occupying the minds of 3 Bradford defenders, but Ledsky's taken his team footsteps inside the Bradford half, and Croft again. This is Newman, who's come searching from that right-hand side and strikes away from the tackle and has support from Lockie Miller. Well, he doesn't give the pass away. Seemed a certain try if he had, but it wasn't. Leeds have got one last play to go. McDonald with a kick. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. And it's just an outstretched arm that turns it away from danger by Pamposhi. Fingertips on that.
Yeah, it was a wonderful run, though, from Harry Newman. Just examining back into the middle part of the field, gets in between Aribi Doro. And I thought he should have maybe just give that to Lockie Miller. And then the kick from McDonald and the chase. But it's Elliot Pamposhi. Comes up with a big right arm. Denies, and maybe a second try for the Rhinos.
Well, there'll be a few eyebrows raised by that Newman break and not giving a pass. That's happened a time or two in his career, hasn't it?
Maybe he wanted his celebration.
There's a beach ball on the field. How very magic weekend is that? I think they're going to go short here, aren't they, the Bradford Bulls? The signs seem to be that way. Or, in fact, they go a little bit mid-kick instead. Hankinson with the collect and decides that he's going to challenge them straight away. And gives his side a good platform again. 6-0. Leeds leading. And it has been all at this end so far. Another set of 6.
I think that's the 4th time, Dave. They just, and again, there's another one coming here.
The 5th time.
They're just unable to cope and win the floor. It's too quick for them.
Ledsky up to play. O'Connor goes right. Connor brings it back to Palacia. Palacia, who's just trying to get up a bit of energy and drive and momentum, but Connor goes short. Ledsky trying to force his way over, but 4 of them managing to hold off his attempt. Well, Bradford having to defend hard here again. They're just peppering down the middle at the moment, the Rhinos. Connor now goes wide with a big right pass. There was no way Ryan Hall was anticipating that. And it's out of play. And Bradford have it back.
Yeah, I can't remember Jake Connor starting a game so poorly this season. They've had a couple of mistakes, loose passes down the left edge, and that one there. The idea, maybe, the execution's way off.
A bit of a pull there. Ryan Hall, he didn't look the comfiest, did he, as he moved away from that? Hopefully he's going to be okay.
I think maybe that's an example of what the guys pitch side were talking about in these big stadiums. You can maybe just overplay and play the occasion. Jay Connor with a couple of uncharacteristic forced passes, really.
Not long ago we were talking about him being Super League's top try scorer. Ryan Hall, 271. Penalty here for Bradford. Josh Charnley, of course, has overtaken him. Zoomed past him now, hasn't he, Josh?
Yeah, I think he's 4 or 5 ahead now.
5. 276 for Charlie, 271 for Ryan Hall, but Ryan Hall still 354 for his career.
It's insane, isn't it?
Not just in Super League.
A relieving penalty for Bradford, though, that maybe gets them a bit of time. Must end the set well here. The last two have been...
Well, last time he was here, it was for a test match, wasn't it, as the England coach against Australia, and he's back here today, Sean Wayne. He'll be looking ahead to that Wigan-St Helens game later as well, straight after this. The match that brings the curtain down on Magic Weekend. But Bradford find themselves in good position here. Best they've been in so far. What a chance. Atkin. One play to go here for the Bulls. They can't afford to cough up too many of these positional opportunities. Nikarima puts a bit of pace on as well, but Posh is going to be dealt with, and Leeds will get it back on their terms. 5 from their own line.
Yeah, but they've ended the set there, Dave, 5 metres away from the Rhinos line. It's the best end to their set so far. They've got a tee off here on Sevo.
Some tough collisions coming in. Leeds looking to earn the right to party, to get themselves in that fun-loving form that they've been in of late, but they're earning the right to do that by driving it down the middle at the moment, and Bradford just trying to hold them. Miller. Just inside the Bradford half, but there's only one play to go, so when Connor puts it up, it's in hope. Aikens underneath it, and well timed by Hanley.
Yeah, brilliant stuff there from the left centre, Ash Hanley. As soon as that ball's collected by Caleb Aiken, he's straight on him.
Played here by Wynn, and Bradford looking left again. Ethan Ryan drawn into the action here from that left wing, getting himself involved. Wonga Blake. Andy Ackers up a dummy half against his former club, of course. Andy Ackers here today. Sutton has agreed a new deal, hasn't he, Ryan Sutton, to extend his stay with the Bradford Bulls. He's enjoying his time back in the British game after an injury-hit spell in the NRL for 2 or 3 years. This is Miller skipping into that Bradford line again, but just upended. Here's Ryan Hall right down the middle, doing the job. Hard labour to get some much valuable yards. Well, that's a good offload. Squeezed out of that melee of bodies. And suddenly Leeds find themselves about 10 metres, 15 metres further downfield than they should have been, thanks to that effort from Newman with the offload. Invitation for Aletsky to have a go. O'Connor is up there again. And Connor, his near namesake, is there too. Croft with a short one. Good read. Good read by Ryan. So last play again. It's with Jake Connor. Ticklish little kick up there as well. Handley was up to try and challenge for it. The ball's on the floor. Hankinson dived in. And the referee's having a look at this. Hankinson's claiming he's scored it. The referee doesn't think so. But he's willing to offer it up to the video referee to take a closer look. Is this a second Leeds try?
Tackle 5, no try. Kick chases all cleared. Stay on this angle. They're all going back to the ball. It's a fair contest. Just check which angle gives you the best view of the hands. So whose hand this comes off. Number 3. Got anything for that first inside? See it there, if it touches the Bradford player's arm and back, then touches Asher Hanley's arm, and just go back to camera 4 just to check the direction of the second touch, and it goes forward. Let's just see where that is in relation. It's in the field, so it's going to be no try, knock on against Leeds. The first touch from Bradford is back.
Well, Tom Grant's instincts on the field, backed up by the second look by Jack Smith. It is going to be no try.
Yeah, it's going to be no try for Chris Hankinson. Would have been his 6th try in the last 6 games for him. Again, I mentioned about his form, probably the form of his life at the moment. 33 tackles as well last week against the champions. Works hard.
Well, it's a game that's yet to really catch fire here, hasn't it? And that will be in Bradford's favour, because just keep frustrating them. Now have a look at this. Ryan Hall, we talked about had he got an injury earlier, and look at that again. It's very gingerly walking away from that.
Doesn't look great, does he? But he's still out there and he's on one leg, look. Gonna have to maybe have a reshuffle out there.
It's a bench that includes Daniel Levi, Callum Watkins, Cameron Smith and Tom Holroyd. Very rare that a bench would carry a spare winger just in case. So, as you say, Kyle, it's going to be a reshuffle if he has to go off. He's staying on at the moment. Oh, there's another injury here as well, which just slows things down. Wynn gets up and he's not looking healthy at all, is he? And suddenly Bradford are looking wide. It's helped away. Wonga Blake just bumping away defenders, searching back the middle. Akins feels a shoulder come crashing into his chest to stop him in his stride. Kicked away by Atkin. It's taken on by Mike O'Seaver. He's fancied running over the top. Jamie Jones Buchanan there, watching on. Chief exec of the Leeds Rhinos these days, isn't he? They'll be enjoying it so far, so good. Hanley. Here's O'Connor. This now is Alechki. Connor again just measuring up and having a little trot himself because there's a bit of space ahead there, and he's made good yards, hasn't he? And metres after contact is even more impressive than the initial run out of dummy half. And suddenly Leeds are right on the front foot on this, the last play. Jake Connor will take it in, dribbles it through. Hankinson with fabulous footwork, and he's got the hands to match as well. How good a try was that? How good a celebration was that from Chris Hankinson as Leeds get their second?
Yeah, he's ticking all the boxes there. It was really good work, though, from Jared O'Connor in the build-up, jumping out from 9 and getting inside 20 metres down the field. He come out to that left edge there, and some neat footwork on the end of it. Chris Hankinson gets his 6th try in the last 6 games. The kick from Connor takes a ricochet, and he's able just to kick it forward and put that ball down. 10-0. What about this for the celebration, Dave?
Well, we saw one from Brodie Croft. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. He's got a bit of backup as well, and there's another few quid from the sponsor into the hands of MND as well. Super stuff.
It's been a great signing for the Rhinos. Very versatile. And that switch that I mentioned 10 games ago into the back row is paying dividends.
So Connor with a chance to add the 2 here. And remember, special balls we're playing with at Magic Weekend as well. If they go into the crowd and they are caught, if you catch the ball, you keep the ball. And that's another one that's disappeared. There's not that many special balls left, by the way. Anyway, let's go down to the touchline. Jenna Brooks.
Yeah, hi, Woodsy. Ryan Hall, Leeds Rhinos winger, superstar winger, I should say, has just come off the pitch. Looks like he might have a little bit of a lower leg injury, maybe ankle, left leg there. But just a word on the balls that are being kicked into the crowd, and when fans catch them, they are able to keep them. I've just spoken to the person who's in charge of all of these rugby balls. Started the weekend with 250. I asked how many are left, and he kind of hesitated and said, not too many. I said, please give me a number. He said, maybe 38-ish. He did also say that yesterday they were losing between 40 and 45 balls a game. As you know, we have 1.5, well, even more than that, games left, so good luck.
Thank you, Jenna. So Wigan Saints is under threat because we might not have any balls. So don't panic, because they're going to revert to the old balls if they've run out of sponsored balls. So.
The reshuffle, I think, has saw Hankinson swap from the left over to the right edge with Ryan Hall. Callum Watkins comes on. Lockie Miller on the ball now, out to this left edge.
Sean, a little delay in the pass and a quick one.
Here we go.
Here's Mike Acevo. Bumping through, but great work coming across. Look, Hooley it was who came across and made that tackle. And then Connor with a kick to the in-goal area. Lovely weight on that, because Callum Akins had to do something about it. Might not have been an immediate try threat, but it has forced the dropout.
Yeah, we might have had to wait 23 minutes for 2 tries. But this Bradford team, they look tired at the moment. They've had to do an awful lot of defending on the back foot as well. You know, usually when you've got a little bit of ruck control, you can cope with it, but they just seem to be backpedaling. Found themselves forcing a goal line dropout here, so it's more pressure for the Bulls.
Just having an eye is Chris Akins on the shot clock, taking as many seconds as possible before pumping that drop down field to give his teammates the chance to get oxygen back in lungs for this onslaught that comes again.
They're not doing anything out of the ordinary, the Rhinos. They're just hard and direct and waiting for an opportunity off the back of it.
Croft ducking and diving and testing them again, and testing, it turns out, an offside defensive line penalty right in front of the sticks. So give me this if they choose to kick for goal.
I don't think they will. I think he'll keep going. They're in a great space at the moment.
It's a reflection of their dominance, isn't it? You know, they could have gone 3 scores ahead with a penalty, and they feel they don't need to do that.
Yeah, they're nearly at 70% possession, Dave. 25 minutes gone on the clock. This will turn into more points.
Here's O'Connor. Back it comes to Connor. Jenkins held up. O'Connor's dashing in that, another set of 6. They're giving away these repeat sets on a regular basis to the Bradford Bulls. They're making it harder for themselves. The ball was being lost, somehow it's turned away. Referee waves another set because there must have been a Bradford hand on that. Miller now is dancing and dodging. He's inviting the run back on the inside from Handley, and Handley eventually dealt with by those Bradford defenders. But there are 6 more plays to go here for Leeds. It's back with Connor, just trying to push defenders away from him. Got his first try of the season last week. Very close to that line again. O'Connor, and wheeling out and stretching out, and scores the try. And there's his celebration. Hands on hips. It is a third. Jared O'Connor with that third, made the last, scored the third. And Leeds very much in a comfortable zone here with 25 minutes played.
Yeah, he's having a fantastic game, isn't he? The number 9. He starts there for the 5th game in a row, the ever-present Jared O'Connor. He gets his score. It's the 2nd score. You just see here, Palace here, just playing on from there, keeping the ball alive. Lockie Miller just skirting along, just being busy, just making the Bradford defenders keep moving. In the end, Jared O'Connor is able just to take advantage of a tired unit there, defending so much in the opening 25 and inside their own half particularly.
That's a good finish. Celebration, just a little reminiscent of his dad there, holding his lower back and not looking comfortable.
It's working.
So Jake Connor settling himself for his 3rd attempt at goal of the day. I think the way it's going at the moment, there should be plenty more of these.
You just got a sense it was coming, Dave, didn't you?
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a long afternoon this here for the Bulls, potentially. Dominance from the Rhinos. There's Ronnie the Rhino as well, he's loving it.
Rhino heaven at the moment. Leeds 18-0 up, remember. Win today, they're 4 points clear, the form they're in at the moment. 10 games to go after today for Leeds. You'd suggest they'd have to lose at least 3 of those if somebody's going to overtake them at the top of the table.
Yeah, you would have to say that, but they're only really chance where they might lose 1 or 2 is right towards the very end, and the momentum and the points that are behind them, I can't see them losing it.
Although next week they're in Perpignan against Catalan and Kyle.
Well, they haven't scored there in the last 3 visits, have they? So you never know.
Yeah, that's not a gimme. Penalty here. Lockie Miller's seen a line that's very deep, so decides to have a little run himself. Afternoon in an ice bucket for Ryan Hall, trying to bring that swelling down, no doubt, on that ankle.
It's not nice, trust me. Cam Smith, his first touch out there. Of course, Wakefield bound his side have just dismantled Castleford. The side that he's going to next season have, rather.
Leeds, good driving run from him as well.
He's been excellent, hasn't he?
Ah, yes. This is O'Connor again, and Connor back and swept out to Micah Seaver, who's cutting back in, but they swarm around him. It's the way to deal with that big fella. Let's get as many big bodies in the way as you can. Connor with the chip. Aerial pursuit. It's back with Miller. Still the 6th tackle this, I think, but the ball's been stolen anyway. Stolen.
And it has. Lockie Miller just loaded that pass up. Joe Mellor all over him. See, he's trying to load that up for the winger. Wonga Blake, and that's a decent carry. It's better.
Good effort from Blake. Ryan just slamming it forward again. Barry McDermott, who was with us yesterday, of course. Doro does well to offload. Nicarima. This now is Connor Wynn. Wynn ducking back towards the middle. Last play for the Bradford Bulls. Again, a rare opportunity. Another set of 6 plays for the Bradford Bulls. The referee starts to count again. Well, as we said earlier, they have to take these opportunities. Ebon Skur, local Bradford lad, loving every moment in Super League, I'm sure. It's a flat ball. Rwan's held up, wants to get up and play it. Looks at the referee for a potential penalty. Ref says play on. It's with Mellor. Mellor's short again, and Skur's very close. Very close. Leeds defending well. Back it. Oh, Atkin didn't look at that. Maybe he should have, because Nicarima had to reach behind him to claim that pass. Nicarima setting a platform. This will be the last play. It's Caleb Aikens who reaches and scores, and Bradford have points on the board and skinning the game. Point of the finger from the referee. Caleb Aikens with a much-needed magical moment for the Bradford Bulls.
Yeah, completely against the run of play as well. Caleb Aikens scored a try against Leeds in the Good Friday loss at Odsall, but he's just scored his side. He just steps off his left foot. Brodie Croft doesn't move forward, too lateral. He spots the space there and just digs in behind the ruck, and that's a simple score from him. Lockie Miller trying his very best to get the ball out of his hand, but it was too late. That was a soft try for the standards of the Rhinos.
Well, they have been scoring plenty. They've not conceded many leads in the last few weeks. Only 8 against Hull KR, only 6 against Warrington. So they'll be frustrated at that moment, but Bradford suddenly writing themselves into the script for the afternoon. Really with a chance of another 2.
Dear me.
He's put that badly amiss. And it remains at 18 points to 4.
This in the end was just a fullback just taking on the line, just again in between Aledzki and Brodie Croft. Brodie Croft needs to do a bit better there.
Well, the Bradford fans are raising the noise as their team re-emerge back in their own half for the restart here.
So often see this Bulls outfit moving the ball from deep within their own half, and they've yet to really do that. Most of the game has been played inside their 40. They've hit back here. It's his 5th try of the season, Caleb Aiken.
Well, 1 needs to become 2 very quickly from Bradford's point of view. Well, they start from deep, but they start with attitude in the shape of Yvonne Skur. Mellor. Atkin, oh, they are, and they offer a threat here as well as Break tries to get it away, but Ethan Ryan reeled in. Ackers. Mellor. Doro. Full of energy, but full stop when met by defenders. Mellor again. I think he's just changing the angle of attack as Curley tries to come in from that right-hand side. It's played quickly. It is the last. So Atkin spinning it in the air. Safely taken again, and this now is Miller, but hunted down superbly well by Nikarima.
I think they've done a decent job on the likes of Sivo and Lockie Miller so far. Miller goes off again here, just trying to speed things up, and does.
Dragging the refuge out of the way as Leeds come again at pace down the middle, making some big yards here. Croft. Oh, wonderful footwork from Croft, and he has support, and that's provided by James McDonald. That was sparkling play by Brodie Croft, and an easy finish for McDonald on the back of it.
It certainly was, but this is all Brodie Croft's doing. Again, they're just hard carries through the middle part of the field. Brodie Croft just decides just to take it all on his own. Sells Leon Ruan here. He's coming off laterally again. He's skipping, and Croft just takes that space on the inside of his shoulder here. Just there. And it's all done. And the right edge are flooding through in support there. And James McDonald gets his 6th try of season 2026.
Oh. The celebration with the balance of the ball, an attempted balance of the ball on the chin. Jake Connor, in every likelihood, about to dispatch yet another of these magic balls into the crowd. I think you'd have to make a rule that you've got to catch it on the full. If it comes your way and you don't catch it on the full, you don't get to keep it. Maybe that's how they change things. Connor does kick. It disappears into the crowd, and that was taken very well, by the way. We didn't see it, but that was taken very well.
That's caught on the full.
Yeah, it was.
Down to 36 balls now, Dave. Just again here, Brodie Croft with his 8th try assist this season.
Not been a great day for Huddersfield, has it? Not been a great weekend for Huddersfield. Not been a great year for Huddersfield.
Oh, no, it's an almighty job to do there. He's the man tasked in doing it.
Chairman, chief executive and head coach we saw there. Look at that. That sums up the domination by Leeds so far.
Yeah, playing balls in the opposition.
And the kick is taken by Sivo with his foot already out of play to make sure that means it's a penalty for Leeds back on the halfway line.
It's just another poor mistake, isn't it? Lockie Minnell just punched that ball down over the top of Connor Wynn's head, who tries to bat it back in play, but from a kick-off restart, Dave, they're going to start this set here. 18 metres away from the Bulls line once more.
Well, very much played at Leeds' pace so far this game, and on their terms, and here they come again in another excellent position to try and add to what they've got. Cameron Smith eventually succumbing to the tackle. O'Connor. Jake Connor in the middle. Push again by Palacia, and O'Connor's quickly over there. It's hammered in by Holroyd, who's trying to force his back over the line, but Bradford, like for like in defence. It's moving left, it's moving left. Here comes Handley, Handley with a step. Lovely stuff by the centre. Oh, that is a try that was wonderfully earned by Ash Handley. Danny Maguire watching on, full of admiration, I'm sure. Because whilst Mike Asiba has been getting all the headlines this year, that fella has been providing a wonderful service, and he's just got one for himself.
He has. He's been so good this season as Ash Handley, so often a try provider, but the strike weapon right out on that left edge. But this time he decides to go it alone, and he beats 3 or 4 Bradford Bulls players. And that's some ordinary defending it is. Kurt Haggerty will be really disappointed with that right edge. I think it all starts with Paposhi. Handley just takes him on. It's Nikarima. Paposhi can't get there. And Caleb Aiken as well. He's just too strong. And the Rhinos, they hit the 28-point mark, Dave.
Well, Danny Maguire had a few magical moments in Leeds colours, didn't he? And he's full of admiration for that one.
Such a quality centre, isn't he, Ash Handley? He is the man at the moment.
Sticks this over, by the way, and he's on 100% record so far, but this is one of the toughest. Sticks this over, he'll be on 90 for the season from all competitions. And look at that, that is pretty good.
Yeah.
30 points to 4, Leeds lead as half-time lose.
Yeah, it's been rampant from the Rhinos. Points were promised, and have they delivered? Yes, they have. Ash Handley, that's try number 150 in an illustrious career for that man there.
It's Leeds Rhinos 30, Bradford Bulls 4. And a change for the Bulls off the field at 25.
Nice day at the office for Brad Arthur, Leeds coach. I don't think he would say job done just yet, but...
Yeah, and I mean this one, Dave, I don't think the Rhinos have done anything out of the ordinary either here. They've just played the game pretty basic, to be fair, and the Bulls just haven't been able to live with them. Just so many 6-agains they've given away. Just invited this team down into near their line, and they've made them pay on a few occasions.
The last 5 weeks, those 5 victories, Leeds have been averaging about 40 points a game, and I think that's the minimum requirement. And here's Mike Asiba, looming large. But again, Bradford have had his numbers so far today. Lockie Miller, well, they'll have another go. It was knocked down by Luke Hooley, which will give Leeds another set of 6 here.
Well, they're desperate to provide Sevo with another, aren't they? Lockie Miller just having a double look down that left edge, and Luke Hooley's arm just knocks the ball down, but there's 43 seconds here. 23 rather.
Well, they've set the scrum quickly because they wanted to stop the clock. But having set the scrum, they've got to go with who's in there. And it means that Mike Asiba's going to be feeding it as the makeshift scrum half. It's with Connor. This is the last play of this first half. You'd imagine Callum Aikens should have this covered, and he does. Can he get out of the field of play, into the field of play? No, it won't really matter too much. He's done very well to get there. With a bit of work to do here for the Bradford Bulls. They could have run the clock down had they conceded the dropout. Instead, they've got to run the clock down literally by bringing the ball back, and that is the half-time hooter. Well, Leeds almost unanswered. He's been in sparkling form so far today, hasn't he? Jared O'Connor making one and scoring one. Ash Handley getting over the last of those as well. His 150th career try. It's been a very pleasant afternoon from the Leeds Rhinos' point of view. Bradford have got a big task on their hands.
Oh, how can I forget?
His spell was a little longer than yours, but both had glorious moments. We're going to get the second half underway. Leeds at the moment 4 points clear at the top of the table. You can only see that improving we can sit back maybe and marvel at how well they can play this game of rugby league, or maybe we can sit back and marvel at how Bradford really dig themselves back into this. They get first touch of the ball to the Bulls. It's a fixture that resonates down the history of Super League, doesn't it? Just at the moment, Bradford finding their way back in the Super League. They dropped out of the top flight in 2014. They were down in the third tier in 2018, but back this year in the top flight and hoping to build on what they've got. There's Ryan Hall hobbling. We saw him go off in that first half, and he's looks like he's got a bag of ice and a boot on as well.
It's never a good sign, is it? That pass just looked perhaps a little bit forward. Joe Mellor gets away with it. We said before the game, Dave, that a heavy loss here for Bradford would push them down to 13th.
End of the first set sees Bradford just propelling the ball downfield, but here comes Lockie Miller trying to propel it back the other way. Good chase from the Bradford defence. Plenty of honesty and integrity, I'm sure, is what their coach Kurt Haggerty is looking for in this second half. Like so many clubs this year, Bradford have got their problems. I think they've got 12 players missing through injury. Penalty here for Leeds.
Bon skirt in there too long. But you're right, you know, the clubs that came up, York, Toulouse, Bradford. Well, Toulouse got a fantastic win, of course, yesterday over Catalan Dragons. But we're at that point now, Dave, round where we're at with 10 games to go after this weekend, where the season's just becoming a very, very tough task for those squads who are perhaps a little bit light.
Leeds, on the other hand, are running healthy and fully fit and functional at the moment.
Again, just direct, and they've got to play off the back of it. Miller takes over.
Fanning it wide. Watkins, who started the day on the bench, introducing it back on the inside, and he's galloping over for try 151. Ash Handley. Who needs a winger when the centre's in such prolific try-scoring form? Not sure about that, Celeb. But that young man is very happy because Ash Handley has scored his second of the day.
He certainly has. His 5th try this season. But again, Dave, I'm going to rewind to the build-up play. And it was nothing fancy. It was just a hard carry from Tom Holroyd, who gets his side on the front foot. Lockie Miller with pace, able to get over to that left edge. Callum Watkins with a neat little inside ball there to Ash Handley. And the space just seems to open up, and you cannot give a player of the quality that possesses with Ash Handley that much space and time. He's able to get over inside the opening 3 minutes, and the dance moves are out once more.
Keep them to yourself, Ash. Well, he was on the cusp of those point-scoring records, wasn't he? He's now scored 508 points in Super League. He was on 496 Super League points and 148 tries for what seemed like an age. But he scored last week, and he scored a couple today. And Jake Connor, this wonderful kicking record he's got at the moment as well.
I just think, you know, if you're going to play against this Rhinos team, and where do you start? Because they've just got strike everywhere, Dave, and when they're playing off a pack that's just dominating, no wonder why they're flying high in 26.
Yeah, everyone else. Oh, he's hit the post. Hit the post. Nearly came back and hit the back of the head of one of the Bradford players as it came out, but it's first miss of the day, 34-4.
Again, the quick ruck, and the key players just take over. The evergreen Callum Watkins there, just sending the Bradford right edge sideways. Ash Handley senses it, there's an opportunity, takes it.
Yeah, the rest of Super League is looking on and thinking, well, there's still 10 rounds to go, and you're running healthy, Leeds. Let's see how your luck continues in that respect. They've not got anybody missing. Ryan Hall's obviously gone off today, but apart from that, they've not got anyone missing through injury. No. Most other clubs do.
Yeah. And the other part, really, Dave, I can't think back to them having a bit of an off patch. Each team goes through the season, and they maybe throw in a couple of games where they're not quite where they need to be, and they pick up a couple of losses. I've yet to see the Rhinos do that. Can they hang on for the rest of the season without that? Well, that'll be remain to be seen. But another penalty given away here, and we're running out of balls, aren't we?
We're running out of balls. Supplies running slim. I think there's a ball girl over there who just had to be coaxed to give us a ball back so we could carry on with the game. Here's Connor back on the inside, Palacia. As Jenna was telling us early, we might not have any left for Wigan Saints.
I was hoping I'd maybe get one at the end of the weekend for my son.
Here's Miller. There's too much of that going on, Kyle. That's why we're running out of balls. Miller gets himself up, wants to play it. Referee says go back a bit. Here comes O'Connor and Cameron Smith, adding the honesty and the grunt down the middle again. Jared O'Connor sweeps it up. Jake Connor with a pass and a bulldozing effort from Holroyd, putting dents in that Bradford defence again. And with one to go, Leeds are poised again. Connor up to the line, puts the kick in. He's overcooked that. The chase was on from Handley, who fancied a hat-trick, but just watched easily out of play by Hooley.
Yeah, far too heavy there from Jake Connor. And again, it was another impressive carry from Tom Holroyd. He returned last week after missing the last 4 and was coming up with carries very similar to that in that win over the champions. This time it's the Rhinos who give a penalty away.
Penalty for the Bulls, which carries them helpfully inside the Leeds half. Good Friday fixture between these two was a lot tighter. Leeds 24 points to 12 at Odsal. The reigniting of this resonant derby game. But here at Magic, so far, it has been very nearly one-way traffic. Effort made by Ruan. He's one of 3 returning players today. Leon Ruan, Mitch Suter, Jack Ormonroyd. We're missing in recent weeks for various reasons. Skurs lost it, and it was a knock-on, so it will be Leeds who get it back.
Caleb Aikens there just let's out a big roar there. He knows that that was a costly mistake. They've not had time down in Leeds' territory, particularly in that 20-metre zone, but Ryan Hall's just going to have to watch on, and let's hope that he's able to get back. He's smiling, that's the main thing.
Chance maybe for young Riley Lum to reclaim a position on the wing. He was in the 21, wasn't he, today? Jack Burden over the outside backs, who might well come into the reckoning if Ryan Hall's injury is a bad one. And here's Mike Osiva starting from a long way out. Got rid of 2 defenders, but not the next 2. That is at least one badge of honour that Bradford wear, as we mentioned in the first half. One of only 2 teams to deny Mike Osiva a score.
Who's the other one?
Hull FC. He didn't play in the match against Lee, so Lee by default can claim something similar. Croft, McDonnell. Oh, a lovely little flick ball back for Miller, but Miller couldn't quite keep a hold.
He maybe just almost half give up on it. He doesn't realise that McDonnell's able to let this go. He just spills the ball, punches the floor in frustration. Knows that's half a chance. I'm sure he'll get another look at it before this game's out.
Plenty of rugby league on your screens on Sky Sports this year, of course, more than ever before. NRL, Super League, Women's NRL, Women's Super League.
Showing them all.
Every single one. There you go. Wigan Saints still to come this afternoon. Hopefully that's going to be a humdinger. Men's State of Origin, game number 3, Queensland against New South Wales. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week, lots more Super League action as well. Here's Mellor.
He's been a good signing, hasn't he, Joe Mellor, brought in right at the eve of the season. Made into captain, offloader, tackler.
Oh, Atkins done well there to Ruan. And here comes Wonga Blake. Blake flicking a path back in the middle and trying to hold off O'Connor as well as he carries. They had support coming left, right and centre. I think there's a claim from Nick Arima that he was obstructed there as he tried to go in support. Mellor. Leeds reorganise. Mellor's given it away, but it came off a Leeds hand.
And the Bulls will earn back-to-back sets here for the first time in the game. As Mellor just offloads that ball, I think it catches Watkins' hand, and then Jay Connor collects that ball, but it's going to be a scrum here, 10 metres out. Bradford do like this part of the field here from a set start.
Mitch Suter on the field. We've not got a ball. We've not got a ball. We've run out of balls. This is the moment. Oh, no, we've not. One's coming on. We thought we'd hit crisis point there, but there is a ball. Someone's found one. Maybe someone's thrown one back. Just so we can carry on with the game. Suter goes out of dummy half. He was playing for Dewsbury last week against Sheffield Eagles on loan. Mitch Suter, different stage today. Mellor and Doro crashing in. He was trying to get the arms free. He's done well. Referee says a tackle complete, so penalty.
Well, I originally thought it would be
Captain's challenge. Captain's challenge.
I thought he offloaded that, or looked to offload it.
Well, the referee thought it was an offload out of the tackle, it having been completed. Let's have a listen.
Bradford disputed the decision of a pass to the floor. I had the ball going out on the floor and pass.
So, Uribe Doro was taking that in. He's claiming he passed not in the tackle. What do you reckon here, Kyle?
Well, originally I thought that he gets this ball away in time, and he does. Yeah, he does. I thought he made an attempt for the offload. That angle certainly shows that the right arm of Uribe Doro just releases that ball before it touches the floor. So for me, that's play on.
He's done well there, hasn't he? Under real duress to get that ball away.
But has Tom Grant's whistle denied Bradford Bulls a certain score?
Well, it's going to be Bradford who get the ball back. It's going to be challenge successful here.
Well, it's not really any good to Bradford because they were over Dave. He blows his whistle. And that means that the Rhinos would-be chasers stop. That said, even if he carried on, I still believe the Bulls would have got over. And that's why the boos are ringing around. A little bit too happy with the whistle there. There you are.
They're going back to the original play the ball, aren't they?
Well, this is a try all day long, so they've been hard done to there. There's no way on earth that any of the Rhinos players would have got there in time. But it matters not now.
Well, maybe they score on this play. Mellor. Skur. It's back with Royan. Looking for that pass back down the middle again, but Leeds defenders responding well. Bradford, though, in excellent position here. Chance to shine on a sunny afternoon as Skur backs into it, pushing with those big legs of his, still pushing away. Oh, he's a big man to handle.
Goodness me.
An attitude to match.
Thought he was going to somehow manage to twist out of that. 4 of them on his back and still going.
There's some effort put into this. He's still trying to recover his poise.
He's like an Olympic weightlifter, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's back. He's back to play the ball, and Bradford come again. What a chance. It's Mellor. For that inside ball for Callum Akins. Akins pushing hard. Bradford in great position. Put the context of the game out of your minds, Bradford Bulls. Just think about this moment and love the moment. Ethan Ryan scores in the corner. And for one instant, Bradford in their pomp. The Bulls on the charge. And a coach who's not showing it, but is a little happier than he was.
You asked me, Dave, at half-time what the Kurt Haggerty's side needed to do, and I said about field possession and position, and they've got that 3 sets in a row before they unpick this right edge of the Rhinos. And it's probably Bradford Bulls, or one of the best players in 2026 in Ethan Ryan. You can see straight away he's excited, the arms in the air. Chris Hankinson, there's nowhere to be seen. He started off in the back row, playing out on that now right edge. And that's Ethan Ryan's 99th try for the Bradford Bulls. 1 away from 100.
Is that what 99 is?
Yeah.
Second spell, of course, for the Bradford Bulls, and just a minimal celebration.
Kevin Penny of all that celebration, wasn't it?
Kevin Penny, there's a name from the
He
past.
used to do that, didn't he, when he scored?
Yeah. Is it what the youngsters call mixing the decks?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person there, Dave.
Double figures being sought here now for the Bradford Bulls. If Hooley can stick this over, suddenly they have 10 points to their name. He has struck it well. That is a good goal. 34 points to 10. Small steps, but at least Bradford are taking them.
We're always going to have a say in this contest at some point. And the last sort of 5 or 6 minutes have belonged all to Bradford Bulls. That pass over the top there from Chris Atkin, weighted to perfection, and it just arrives perfectly into the arms of Ethan Ryan. Score that try there. 9th try of the season for Ethan Ryan.
Yeah, he's doing all right, isn't he? Doing all right in a team at the bottom end of the table. And the extra award is to get the ball back again. Suter the Scooter at dummy half. Chipping the ball left and trying to get Bradford on their travels here. Bustling effort by Wynn. Suter. We've got a number of numbers here, and Ryan is off on his travels, and so many in support. Newman can't get there. Press back on this. Beautiful 1-2. Beautiful 1-2. And Ryan gets his second, and that
is his 100th try, Dave, for Bradford Bulls. His 115th appearance for them. He racks up 100 tries, and what a try it was as well. From deep inside their own half, we called it. So often that's what they've been doing, and they do it once more here. And Ethan Ryan does so much good on this. I thought he was going to get pulled down at once, maybe twice. And he's able to just pop that ball back inside to Caleb Aiken. You mentioned, Dave, a nice 1-2, and that's exactly what it was. Racing away 60 metres down this left edge. The ball back on the inside, and then there you go. He's hit the 100.
Well, it's a football ground where the neat 1-2 has opened up so many defences. And on a rugby league occasion, another neat 1-2 opens up the Leeds Rhinos. It's not quite game back on, but I tell you what, bit of momentum being built here.
I'm on this kick, Luke Hooley. It's 18 points, Dave. It's not out the realms of possibility. Me and you have been here before, thinking that the game was all over. But Bradford, they're having their say.
Hooley from the touchline. More or less. A couple of strides in that from the touchline, and we struck that brilliantly as well. Brilliantly as well. 34 points to 16. And a lost cause. Still looks like a probably losing cause, but my goodness, they've given themselves cause for belief here, the Bradford Bulls.
Well, they've just hit the Rhinos with back-to-back tries, who look stunned at the moment. And that, for me, was probably one of the best tries I've seen over the weekend.
Score again, we can get very excited.
This Leeds Rhinos 34, Bradford Bulls 16.
Scooter. Miller. Miller's found a brilliant gap, and off he goes. Got support with him as well, right and left. It's Suter here. Oh, great recovery from Leeds' defensive line. Hankinson got back there to put a full stop on that moment, but they come again. No. And this now is a chance for a hat-trick, maybe. Ryan puts it back in, and a plunging dive from Lockie Miller saves the day for Leeds, and Bradford Bulls are in full voice now.
My goodness, this game has burst into life, and I thought they were going to go down this left edge once more.
Oh, hang on. What's the referee given here? He's given a penalty for Leeds.
Offside from the kick, maybe, Wonga Blake. It's the only thing I can think.
Yeah, against Wonga Blake, the decision has been given. So the penalty for Leeds, and instead of dropping out from underneath the sticks, they get a chance just to cool themselves down a little here.
And the Rhinos need to get their head back into this contest. It's the last few minutes. They look like they've just put the cue in the rack and clocked off.
This is Jared O'Connor, but as far forward as he went, he comes back the same distance. Real effort and attitude from the Bulls again. By the way, one game to come, Wigan against Saints. The derby, the Rugby League derby, 5:30 for that one. And you can see the players arriving here at the Hill Dickinson Stadium.
What a game to bring down Magic Weekend, the curtain on it.
Miller, O'Connor. Last play. Levi, you can see on the field, it's a kick by Croft, and Ethan Ryan inevitably is up there to pouch it again.
Yeah, great take there from Ethan Ryan. Just kept his eyes on it all the way down. Luke Hooley.
Penalty for Bradford.
And Tom Holroyd over the top there. And a penalty for Bradford without having to exert any energy whatsoever. It's a lazy left arm.
Well, they're in much better health here at the moment, aren't they? 30 points to fall down at half-time, 34-16 they find themselves here. So 12-4, they're winning the second half. Rowan looks hurt. Suits up. Leon Rowan getting a bit of treatment on the field as his teammates carry on without him. Mellor again. This is Nicarima on the reach. Looking for the figure of Armitage to have a burst. Souters had to come a long way. Didn't get there. Nicarima nipped in on the last moment.
This is much better from Bradford, Dave. Keeping the ball alive, asking a couple of questions.
Final play again. Oh, the kick is not the best. It's not the best. Blake's underneath it, does well to keep it alive. It's a little chip on. It's picked up by Miller. Miller's on his troubles and sensing an opportunity to have a go here. Away to Callum Watkins.
Scrappy end to the set there. Just burst the bubble, really. And what's been a terrific 10 minutes for Bradford. Needed to finish that kick with more quality.
Hankinson. Levi. Bouncing off the shoulder. Gathering another yard or so. O'Connor. This is cropped by McDonald. McDonald's doing really well. Miller was there, but he's fallen over. The ball has somehow come alive and out again. The referee says play on, and look at them lining up on this left-hand side. Holroyd tries to burst himself. There might have been better options. There might still be better options, and provided, a flick away. And Jake Connor on the edge of that. Ash Handley with a splendid ball off the field, and Connor's there to catch it for his second in the last 2 games.
Ash Handley once again playing such an important role in that try. Scored 2 already. The offload from Ash Handley was sensational. His 12th try assist. Jake Connor got his first try of the season last week. He's just got another one here. Tom Holroyd with a quick play of the ball again once more. Ash Handley, I thought he was going to stretch out and do this all on his own, but he decides just to flick that ball. Cannot undersell how much skill that takes as you fall into ground to twist your arm. And then Jake Connor just pushing in support. Again, they're the middle unit from the Rhinos when they turn it on. They've just been able to roll forward, play out well. It's almost normal service reviews. They've survived the attempted fight back from the Bulls and hit them back.
Jake Connor as is his wont of late, taking as many seconds as he can before he kicks that ball goalward and finding success with it as well. 40 points to 16. Leeds Rhinos lead, and back in full control, you'd say again now.
Yeah, normal service resumed, and you know, Bradford Bulls were always going to have a say. The Kurt Haggerty, they've always been fighting and competing. Just too much there, and a little flick on the end of it. It's nice that for Jay Connor.
Holroyd, oh, superstar. Was missing for a while, wasn't he? With injury, back injury, kept him out for 4 weeks. He was back last week, Tom Holroyd, straight back into the 17, and again proving his value here today. And Leeds get another penalty. Oh dear. Lucky Miller, wearing a corkscrew instead of boots as he kicked that one out of play. Lucky for him, it did go out of play. Here's Newman. Levi. This is Croft. Back inside for Cameron Smith to have a go and a push, and carrying defenders with him as he gains those extra yards. Levi, Croft has come right. Juggles with that ball. Miller. Cameron Smith again just getting it away to Jared O'Connor, who takes his team to within 12 metres, fairly central, fairly direct, so options right and left. It's left they go to Connor, who switches it back here for Miller. Miller now has a look, slides it in. The chase wasn't really on for that, and Ethan Ryan puts it away. Might even have been able to catch that and try and get an escape, because there wasn't a hard chase from Leeds, was there?
Yeah, but I think he just senses the heels there of Newman, Hankinson and McDonald. Decides to bat that ball dead and take no risk. Tom Holroyd leaves the field for Cooper Jenkins after a solid stint.
Well, that's a good kick, but it is Leeds who come up with it, and it's a knock-on the floor, so Bradford will get it back. Captain's challenge for this one. Is it? No, no, he was asking a question. Yeah, knock-on stays.
Shot clock on. Jared, we use the floor to control the ball.
I wonder what he's made of today, Brad Arthur. It's kind of a mixed bag in some respects, hasn't it?
Yes, I thought the guys pitch side again nailed it when they said it was probably a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for where they were at. And I do believe if they were playing one of the top teams and they played this way, then they might have been in a spot of bother, but they've managed to have enough quality out there, and like I say, they've scored, what, 7 tries now, so their attack has been pretty good, but they haven't exactly been brilliant, have they?
Magic weekend has been pretty good, hasn't it? And Rodri Jones looking on there. I wonder if we'll hear anything about next year's Magic before the day is out.
Well, it certainly worked, hasn't it? Over 80,000 tickets sold over the 2 days. There's been plenty of points scored this weekend. Ryan Sutton, the latest one to come up with an error. It's the 7th error for the Bradford Bulls in this game. They gave away 11 penalties last week against Saints, and they found themselves conceding a similar number. 15 minutes left to go in this, and the Rhinos will be searching for more.
Many years ago, Rodri Jones was a press officer at the Bradford Bulls. Seem to remember he started his career with the Bradford Bulls as a young fella. Here's Croft. Newman untangles himself, wants to play it quickly here. McDonald's there waiting behind him, anxious to get on with it. Croft again. Cooper Jenkins not long back on the field from the interchange bench. Another set of 6 here for Leeds. Bradford's hard labours continue. Smith held up, but only 5 out. Levi gathers, back it comes to Connor, the no-loop pass, Jenkins comes crashing onto that. Bradford's defence, oh, it's another set of 6. Keep restarting, Levi goes out, and a reach as well. But double movement. Double movement is the decision on the field. Is he gonna challenge? Is he gonna challenge? No, he's not. I mean, he'll know better than anyone. Yeah, quite clear double movement.
Just couldn't resist, could he?
Jack Ormonroyd on the field, carrying with some determination there. Leon Rion still carrying the injury from earlier. Looks like his day is done, but Bradford finding themselves back inside the Leeds half, 12 to go. And with 12 to go, you, of course, Ormonroyd does well, kicked on by Mellor. Nikorima's on the chase as well. His footwork lets him down. Mellor picks it up, but has he got it down over the line? No, he's not. And splendid by Bradford, but my goodness, the recovery there from the Leeds defence.
Well, this is when you know you're in a good place, Dave. Not so much this part, but the reaction and the response for everybody getting back. And you know, look who's there. Callum Watkins, Ash Hanley comes up with the most important tackle within all of that. He just works so hard off his left edge, gets across to the central part of the field, and that is a top effort. He's had a fantastic game this afternoon, Ash Hanley.
What's going on here, Carl? Just explain. Why has he stopped the game? Oh, because we've got a touch judge who's got a few technical issues. That's what the problem is.
I thought you were going to mention about the ball, but it's in Joe Mellor's out.
So while that technical issue is sorted out, let's just remind you again then, player of the match vote. These are the 4 shortlisted players, all Leeds players, as you can see: Jared O'Connor, Ash Handley, Brodie Croft and Chris Hankinson. And you get the chance to vote for who you think should be the player of the match. The Our League app, if you've not downloaded it yet, get it downloaded and vote via that Our League app for that player of the match. I was going to ask Kyle who he thinks it might be, but you might persuade 1 or 2 on Lucas, so we'll not ask you.
I know,
but it had to be a Leeds player, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
Touch judge has been sorted out. New batteries stuck in there. Wires readjusted. So after that intermission, Bradford Bulls get the chance to have another go here. Suter. Back it comes. Ormonroyd. Jake Connor has stayed down here, and that is a worrying sign from Leeds' point of view, because that looks like a world of pain for Jake Connor.
And the way he's moving his legs around as well indicates he's in trouble here. Jake Connor just gets that contact there on Nikorima, and straight away. And that is a huge worry for the Leeds Rhinos fans.
What's caused that? What's caused that?
Well, just got it in an awkward position, Dave, where it might have... I don't want to diagnose what's gone on, but moving around that shoulder, maybe tearing something off in that shoulder joint there. But it looked fairly routine, the tackle, didn't it, Dave? When a player stays down like that, I'd be worried if I was the Rhinos. Let's hope he's okay.
There might be a green card. Might be a green card here, is there? He's all right. He wants to stay on.
Yeah, he looks okay then, doesn't he now?
Might be a green card. And the referee just said if you stay on, there's a green card. And there we go, green card. So he's on for 2 minutes.
Oof. You want the best players in the competition out on the field. It's a positive sign that he's managed to shake that off, because I was worried for him then.
Well, maybe this 2 minutes does him a favour, because he just has a chance to assess this completely, doesn't he? Rather than just getting straight back in the defensive line.
Just take him off, though, with the game already in the bag, Dave.
The Karima going wide, and here's Akins.
I think we're going to do that anyways.
Mitsuta. A little look down the near side, and then has a look on the blind side, has lost the ball, and Michael Siva, who has, what, 11 and a half minutes to rescue his record of scoring in consecutive games. Penalty here for Leeds.
Yeah, well, this will help get down to that end of the field. An awful lot of his tries have come from within 10-15 metres. He'll need to get down there should he get over.
Well, Jake Connor is just wandering down the touchline near to us at the moment. It looks as though the advice that Kyle offered has been taken. Just take him off the field. It looks like he's out. There he is. It's back with Croft. Dummy from him. Good reaction from the Bradford defence. Levi smartly up there, searching the blind side. McDonald with a push. Got an arm free, gets the ball free, keeps it alive. Croft steps away from the attempted challenge of Mellor. Bradford scrambling here at the moment, they have to. Leeds threatening, Levi comes right again. Croft, McDonald. Went one way, came the other. This is the last play. It's going to be a slow one. Bradford will come off the line as quickly as they can, and Croft puts the kick up towards Hanley on the charge. It's not backwards, it's eventually fumbled. Bradford get the ball back again here.
Mike Acevo going to have to wait a little bit longer. Another opportunity there. A mistake here from the Rhinos, just gifts the ball.
Connor's coming back on, by the way. Jake Connor's coming back on. All the signs were that you've gone. We've got a captain's challenge here. So the knock-on went against Leeds, and Leeds are now challenging that through the captain's challenge. Kyle Amor, what do you reckon of this?
Again, my initial thought was it was a knock-on. It just depends how it comes out of this competition here between Hanley. Where's that ball been deemed to have gone backwards? There's an awful lot there. I think it's both of them almost touch it, don't they? And then I would say that as that ball hits the floor, it'll be a knock-on from Hooley. Depends whether Watkins as well, he comes up with a mistake. So it might be a case of two knock-ons.
Just listening to the video referee, I think he's talking about knock-on in the air by Bradford, isn't he? So you're right. And so are Leeds.
Yeah, good call.
They get it back.
Yeah, I thought they'd have wasted that challenge, but it's the right call. Maybe. This is the set for Mike Acevo.
Yep, it was all okay. It was all okay. So, head and feed at the scrum for Leeds. Sets things up. Now put Sivo one-on-one against anybody, and you'd back him, and you rather fancy that this could be one of those one-on-one moments, or do they call the bluff and go the other way? They have gone the other way. Croft. Hankinson finds himself on that right-hand side again. With Ryan Hall going off injured in the first half. Leeds play the ball on the 10-metre line. Mike Acevo standing on the halfway line. That's how deep he is. Levi. Smith. Levi again. Connor Out it goes. Handley steps on the inside. He could have scored himself. He could have scored himself, but he knows there's a man on the outside who wants it even more. Ash Handley gives up the opportunity of a hat-trick so that Mike Osivo can now score in his 10th consecutive game. 16 tries in those 10, 29 for the season, 30 for the season, 28 in Super League.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? And Ash Handley, that just tells you everything you need to know about that man. Could have got himself a hat-trick, but instead he throws the ball out to Sivo to get his 28th try of the season and chasing down that record from Richard Horne 20 years ago. Consecutive tries, that's now 10 games that he's scored and delivered on that left edge. And Mike Osivo, we've been waiting all afternoon for it, and it's taken 71 minutes. But Ash Handley just presents him with an almighty gift.
Well, he loves it. I mean, he loves it. You could be the best winger in the world, but my goodness, you yearn for a quality centre, and he's got the benefit of a very high-quality centre on the inside, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he'll be, I've no doubt about it, he'll be friends with Ash Handley for a long, long time. And they'll look back at this season with great memories. There's still plenty of pages left to be written.
Connor's miss, by the way, so 44 points to 16. And just to reiterate what we were saying at the beginning, the bookmakers had him 6-1 on to score. Just incredible odds for one man on a rugby field to score a try at some point.
I can't remember any other player getting anything like that. The Bulls go short.
You'd have to put 6 Smarties on him to get one back.
Please do gamble your Smarties responsibly.
Yes, indeed. Rare chance of possession again for the Bradford Bulls inside their opponent's half. Ebon Skur pushing them closer. Suter out of dummy half. Nikarima popping it back for Akins, and I think it's a forward pass, yes. Connolly still chasing that. Bradford Bulls are still mindful to celebrate that, even though they all knew it wouldn't count. Why not? Magic's about moments, so that was a moment, but not the way they wanted it to be.
Caleb Aiken there. Ball just leaves his hand forward for Connor Wynn.
Great ball handling prop forward was Carl Foster alongside Kurt Haggerty.
He did have some nice skill, didn't he?
Oh, beautiful skill. Real old school prop forward, wasn't he? Bit like yourself, Carl.
Oh, no.
Reminded me very much of you.
He'll be messaging you with that insult warning.
Shot fuck off, Jake, get it straight in, man. Out!
Levi. Lechki not going far because of the keenness of those Bradford defenders. Here we are, 75th minute, and they're still going at their task of the Bradford Bulls, but they're being pulled apart again on that left-hand side. Handley stepping away, lovely stuff from Handley, still travelling as well. Suter's after him, Handley eventually put down. They've left Guy Armitage in their wake as well. He looks as though he's hurt. Sivo, even for him, it's a tough task on that left side, so seeing if his teammates down the middle can do something instead. Croft. This is Newman. He's got support as well from Levi. And away, and Croft trying to make something happen. A dive for the corner from Atkinson. And we talk about try-scoring runs. Oh, a big celebration as well. Hope you're not dislocating your shoulder. Well, what is that now? 6 consecutive games, as you were saying earlier, but 2 in this game as well. Not giving it, not giving it. We're going to the video referee to have a look at this again.
try, check the touch. Hankinson in possession at this point, and his foot touches outside the white line, outside the field of play before he grounds the ball. There'd be no try, it'd be touch. Tackle for.
We were talking yesterday about the winger's instincts and players out of position on the wing, and they don't quite have those same instincts. And Hankinson goes into that category, doesn't he? Doesn't quite have the same instincts that a winger in that position would have had.
No, he gets it just a little bit wrong, that right boot, and he gives it the big salmon for the celebration, but it's a silly salmon now because it's chalked off. That right boot just touches the whitewash at the crucial moment for Chris Hankinson. Just there.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
You silly salmon.
You silly salmon, Chris.
4 minutes remaining. Leeds want more. Leeds going 4 points clear at the top of the table. Ten games to go for Leeds between now and the end of the season. As we said, they're looking pretty ominous on the top of the pile. Those are the next 5, and you go all the way down to Wakefield in round 22 before they come up against another top 6 side. But as Kyle mentioned earlier, they haven't scored a point in Perpignan on the last 3 visits, so not a gimme, but those are fixtures, Carl, that you'd expect them to win.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. Well, look, just to nearly get away there. They weren't going to win a penalty for the taking off the ball earlier on. I just think for the Rhinos again, they've not been at their scintillating best, but they're still scoring 44 points, Dave, and that's where this team are at the moment. It's such a joy to watch.
Last 6 games averaging over 40 points a game, or averaging about 40 points a game, Leeds.
Oh, look out.
And they've got more potentially in their pockets here as well. Hanley again, just stepping away and putting the foot down.
He has tore that right edge apart, hasn't he?
Miller. Here's Croft. This now is Newman. Tiring Bradford defenders they have to be, because they've had to do so much work today. It's bounced all the way to Sivo in the end, who's trying to put the foot through that. And it's a knock-on against Bradford.
Oh, they're going to get another opportunity here. In the dying embers of the game. It's got a little bit scruffy there towards the end, that ball from Lockie Miller. The old bounce pass. And the kick from Sivo. Just make Connor Wynn spill that ball. They're going to get one more opportunity with ball in hand here, 20 metres away. Will he hit the 50, Dave?
Well, they're all lined up on this right-hand side. Sivo fed the scrum, so there was only one way the pass was going from the base of the scrum, and that was right. Holroyd crashing in with the first intent. Levi waits at dummy half again. Oletsky collects and delivers back to Connor, and Connor delaying the pass, and Hanley comes on with force and effort. Another set of 6. Bradford on their own line.
6 again.
Managed to hold out for 2, but they've got another 6 to go. This is Jenkins, who's offering a threat. Levi in again. Miller trying to step away, but good work done by the defence. Armitage came out really well, made his mark. Connor's lost the ball. Referee says play on, but then it's going to be a knock-on against Bradford.
Well, said they'd maybe only get one more. They've now definitely got this final set of the game here. The clock with 45 seconds to go. Jay Connor just trying to throw that pass across the face of the ruck.
Shot clock's on, less than 20 to go. Leeds slow to the scrum. .14 seconds to go. Is there time for another try here? Will this be the last play? Bradford will be desperately hoping it is. I think there's going to be time for one more. depending on how quickly they can... Oh, it's another set. Not that that really matters, because there's only time for one play. Connor's going to kick it. Little chip through. Picked up, and he does have his hat-trick. Karma on the rugby league field. Ash Hanley gets over for try number 3. He could have had that an age ago, but unselfishly he gave the opportunity away. But now he gets what he wanted.
He certainly does. And that's history made for the Rhinos, Dave. That's 100 Super League tries this season. The first one past the post. And on a day when the Rhinos register half a century, Ash Hanley, the captain, gets a hat-trick. It confirms the 100th try in Super League for Leeds Rhinos. And that is why they, in 2026, are the real deal. And you just see the pictures of Ash Hanley. What a stellar afternoon he's had. That's his 8th hat-trick for the Leeds Rhinos, and he gets it right on the death. A gorgeous kick from Connor, and a brilliant, brilliant afternoon for Ash Hanley.
Well, the last act of the afternoon in this game will be a kick for goal from Jake Connor. Looking back on all of this very shortly. And, of course, Wigan against Saints still to come, the big derby. But Leeds have done exactly what they needed to do today. A half-century of points. Another goal from Connor. Ash Hanley with a hat-trick. Leeds are running hot. 4 points clear at the top of the Super League table with 10 rounds to go. Leeds have beaten the Bradford Bulls by 50 points to 60.